Hello, good night. My name is Oscar Daza Molina, and today I am going to tell a little about three cultural elements that affect negotiation and three personal factors that affect intercultural negotiation. Okay, three elements of culture that affect negotiations. Indirect communication versus direct communication. In some cultures, communication tends to be indirect, while in others it is more direct. This can influence how opinions are expressed, proposed, are made, and conflicts are managed during a negotiation. Example: Japan is known for its indirect communication style. I am negotiation in Japan. It, it is important to read between the lines and pay attention to new verbal cues. Japanese negotiators can express disagreement in subtle ways, which can lead to misunderstandings if you're not familiar with this culture dynamic. Hierarchy and protocol. Cultures with a strong hierarchy value respect for authority and social position. In these cultures, status can play an important role in how a negotiation is conducted. Example: in countries like South Korea, a lot of attention is paid to status and age. Younger negotiators tend to show great respect for older ones and may be more cautious in expressing their opinions. This that can affect power dynamics and decision making during a negotiation. Time's perspectives. Cultures can vary in their approach to time. Some value punctuality and efficiency, while the others may have a more flexible outlook and focus on the long-term relationship rather than immediacy. Example: in many Latin American cultures, the notion of the time is more fluid and personal relationships often take the precedence over strict schedules. This can influence the duration of the negotiation and how the agreements are structured. Remember that there are generations and that individual people may vary in their adherence to these cultural traits. In addition today, due to globalization and interconnection, it is common to find a mix of cultural styles in international negotiations. Now, three personal factors that affect intercultural negotiations. Sociability. Sociability refers to the willingness to engage beyond the negotiation context. A sociability negotiator establishes rapport, ensures open communication and mutual respect. Example: prior the negotiation between a German technology company and Indian software company, a sociability negotiator strike up informal conversation about each other culture. Categorization. Categorization involves how groups or individuals interpret information. Example: in a cross-cultural negotiation involving a different team in a negotiator employed in board categorization understand that culture difference might exist in the group despite different nationalities. Establishing friendly atmosphere. Empathy. Empathy involves understanding and appreciating the perspective of others. A negotiator will practice empathy. They can bring cultural gifts considering the context and emotions of their counterparts. Example: in a negotiation between a Chinese manufacturer and Mexican distributor. 3. The first thing in consider are your risk appetite. I need to be patient being starting and ending conversation because the Japanese do not take risks because they invest a lot of time and effort in feasibility studies and they make sure that risk factors should be addressed before any project, so you have to think if negotiations are very successfully. I will still consider it. Sometimes it can deal with you people. because it's Japan, they work a lot young people. So they can act like old people, so I don't too worry about dealing young people and passive people. Entrepreneurship is also important because the Japanese are generally passive and like to their time for doing business. For this harmonious really negotiation between the two companies. Thank you for your attention, teacher, and good night.